Welcome to episode 82 of the Current Backloggers. The date is November 13th, Taylor Swift Day. I'm your host, KCP, along with my good friend and co-host, Cody G. Cody, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. You excited for Taylor Swift Day?
Oh, yeah, definitely, dude.
How are you celebrating?
God, what the hell did she say in the most? Karma is the guy from the Chiefs? Is that what she said?
Oh, you're bringing that up? Yeah, well, Taylor Swift Day is canceled, I guess. I thought you were going to reference the actual song, but yeah, we're done with that now.
Yeah, what does that mean? What do those lyrics even mean?
She said, Karma is the guy on the Chiefs coming home to me, talking about stupid Travis Kelce.
Oh, nice, dude. I saw like they smooched pretty good after that too.
Yeah.
After that concert.
We don't need to talk about this stuff. I don't want to get canceled by me. Anything you want to talk about before we get into the regular episode here, guy?
No, I'm good.
All right.
I'm gonna crack open a Mountain Dew real quick though.
Well, hey, actually it'll come up later. It's okay. Well,
I know what you're gonna say because it's also gonna come up later for me.
Oh, okay.
Too.
Guess I'll talk a little bit about what I've been up to. I'm surprised you weren't at the Ohio State House for the Taylor Swift Candlelight Show. It was pretty dope, though. It was 4 violinists were playing in the State House and candlelights all around us. And then it sounded awesome because you had the acoustics of the State House. There's no speakers or anything. It just echoed through. And then what you would really like is when they said, we would like the crowd to sing with us. And then everybody sang together and it just echoed through the State House.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. If it was an artist, a musician or whatever that I liked this much, and it was something like that, I'd probably cry. Did you cry?
No, I didn't. It was a lot
Really?
of fun, but no, I didn't. Yeah, it was just really cool. I thought you
Just
were
picture you and the candles.
2 people at work were making fun of me, and they both asked how much I cried. That's the third person I've asked how much I cried.
I definitely saw it. Would have thought you'd have been. I've definitely cringed like 21 Pilots concerts and shit when the girls from front start crying.
Yeah, I would tell you too, and Danielle went so she could also back up that I didn't cry, but I wouldn't hide if I did. But yeah, I didn't actually feel like that at all. It was just really cool.
I've never been so like more happy to not be at a place than that. That sounds fucking awful.
I don't think you actually mean that.
Fucking nerds singing like that. What's like some of the songs you guys are singing? Because I'm trying to visualize how much I'd hate this.
The one you might like the most was Shake It Off. Everybody's singing that.
Especially because everyone probably was really fucking getting into it too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can see it. Did everybody have those little stupid bracelets too?
No, surprisingly, I thought it would show up and it would be like you see in all these videos at the movie theater and the concerts, but we were wearing Taylor Swift stuff and we were definitely in a minority. Most people are dressed up super nice, like business style, so we kind of stuck out.
That's somehow worse. Hey, honey, put your good clothes on. We're going to fucking lip sing. We're gonna sing with a bunch of strangers. These violins play. A pop icon.
Hey, at least you called her icon. I'll take it.
CIA, pop icon. What's the difference? Illuminati, demon.
I also went to the Crew playoff game last night. Game 3 of the first round. They won 4-2. Fantastic game. So on to round 2, November 25th, or in Orlando, which is sad. This would normally be on the Pigskin or Pizza, but we got to figure that show out. So I'm going to talk a little bit here about it. But unfortunately, it's on the road, and the Crew dominate at home and struggle big time on the road. So we'll see how that goes. It's also the date of Ohio State versus Michigan. So it'd be a doubleheader of hopefully a lot of happiness. We'll see. As long as not too much cheating, And then the only other things I've been up to was TORG, which Cody went to as well, a game show here in Columbus. What do you think of it? Obviously, I was with you, but we didn't talk too much.
It was awesome. I was very happy. They're in a bigger space this year. Like every year, they find bigger spaces. but it spread out just enough that I wasn't too concerned about crowding. A few tables were packed with people, but
Yeah.
it was awesome, man. I think maybe it's just the people I was buying from. It was a lot of collectors selling their personal stuff, which I always like more because they haggle a little bit better. And I mean, if you've been to convention, you know, to those tables I'm talking about, the dudes that there's one specific, like two that I have in mind. That this one guy is like part of his haggling is to be a dickhead. I guess David had a crazy run-in with him last year. Just the people that are in it to sell games. Like there's a Middle Eastern family table that they always set up these conventions and are just ungodfully like way past eBay prices, and for some reason people are still buying shit at their tables. It is interesting though. He puts like his whole like little kids to work and shit. Like I was looking at something at the table and there was like a little like 8-year-old girl walks up to me. Oh, do you need anything, sir? I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, they go after you too. I know what you're talking about because I looked at one thing. Did you want to see inside that? And I was like, oh no, I'm good. I'm just looking. I'll open it up. And I was like, oh my god.
Dude, I respect it, but I go to these conventions to like talk to gamers and shit, and I'm glad they're there because you know, it's someone to buy shit off of, and the kids are all like, I respect the grind. Him and his wife and their kids run around running the table. I did buy something off him last year. He does haggle. That dude haggles, but I don't think they're gamers. Is what I'm getting at.
No.
And then there's tables that are just crazy prices, and a lot of the same vendors that I've liked over the years were there. I bought a few things off them. Specifically, this one dude named Mike. I really like Mike. I just friend requested him on Facebook, so fingers crossed he'll accept.
Hope he denies it.
But yeah, man, I had a great time. I could not get it off with work. I'm out of PTO, so I missed out on the concert and the wrestling, which was a big fucking bummer, and the second day. But I still got a really good stack of shit, and I'm already excited for next year. And next year I'll be sure to save some PTO, so I can go all the days and do everything.
Okay, I'm glad you liked it. I knew you didn't dislike it. I was just wondering because I knew you were planning on going both days, even with work. So I didn't know if you weren't feeling as much as you thought, or if you just weren't.
It's
really
just
down
like when
for
you're
it.
getting to like that 36 hour of no sleep.
Yeah, oh no, I hear you.
And I've already blown through like the money I had allotted for the convention.
Yeah.
So if I knew I went, it would be me buying shit that I shouldn't buy or seeing cool shit that I couldn't buy.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, because I thought it wasn't perfect convention, but I thought as far as improvements over the years, I thought they've improved greatly in like almost every area, even though it wasn't perfect. And the fact that the building itself was way bigger, but then they rented out an actual concert venue literally across the street for the after party is fucking wild.
And we get to experience a food court from 1985.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll see all that in your YouTube video that I can link on here, right?
Hell yeah.
The after party, it was fun. I think you would have loved it. We didn't stay very long because Dave wasn't feeling it. But I thought the wrestling was hilarious. The Mario Party in real life looked real cringy, and I wanted to do it, but Dave said it was too cringy and he couldn't do it. And then Battle of the Rock Bands, I don't know if we missed it or if it just didn't happen. And then we didn't stay late enough for the concert. But so I was a little sad. We did go back for day 2, and we can get into later what we picked up and whatnot. But since we left early, me and Dave did go on a game fuel hunt all around Central Ohio and didn't find 12 packs anywhere, sadly. But there was 3, I think they were all Bronco Marts, which is Walmart, if you didn't know that. And we went to Kroger's, Myers, and Bronco Mart, and they were the only ones that had it. And we got their entire supplies of 20 ounces. I think it was like 15 of them between that, which is sad that we went to probably 15 stores and that's all we found. But we got all of them. I was thinking about whoever stocked that. The manager came out, you stocked this up? Yeah, I swear, I just stocked it. And just literally empty as soon as they stock it.
Fortunately, it's Pepsi stocked by third party or like their own people.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, so it might just stay empty for a while, sadly. But I really want the 12 packs. I actually haven't tried them yet. Did you want to say what you think?
To today I went to my Kroger and there was probably 15 at my Kroger.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to buy all of them, but I bought 6 more. And I probably left 12 more maybe. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and grab them.
You should.
I'm sure they're not falling out. They're running out of the store with them. But yeah, I haven't seen 12 packs yet. I really want a 12 pack.
Yeah.
I hope this isn't like Pitch Black or the previous flavors where it's just one and done, and
Mm-hmm.
we won't get the 12 packs.
Yeah, that'd be real anus. Have you tried them yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Neither of us
No,
had this funny.
actually-
Just collected them.
Well, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to film a video about them. I even went on eBay and bought the fucking Halo Slurpee cup.
You mean like the first time trying them, or just?
Just in general.
Oh no, I definitely will. I just want to make sure I didn't do it before that. But yeah, I'm down.
Oh, sick. Yeah, those Slurpee cups are. Fortunately, I got one at an auction and got it for $20.
Oh, is that a good price?
Yeah, that's the
yikes.
crazy part. That's a good price. A full set of new ones are. I don't want to lie to you, but I was seeing single cups for like $50-$60.
Wow. That is
And fortunately,
nuts.
this auction was just ending at a bad time, and I sniped it.
Very
We'll
nice.
see if the guy ships it because I was looking at the history of them, and none has ever sold this low
Oh, okay.
in recent times. So I mean, anytime you could cancel it and be like,
Yeah,
I didn't get my money out of it.
I hear you.
Let me see. Actually, it looks like oh no, waiting shipment. He still hasn't sent it. Yeah, so fingers crossed he does not cancel it. Well, here I can actually hop on here real quick and I can give you active listings because it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because I had many of these and definitely either threw them away or gave them to Goodwill. You still have some, don't you?
Yeah, I have one of each. Might have had more
So-
before, but I know I kept that for sure.
2 of them, $70, full all 3, with straws and the little covers.
Mhm.
$225 with 17 watchers. It's fucking insane if you even watch it. Yeah, it looks like you get all 3 for like $80.
Wow,
Yeah, or single ones for like $50-$60.
that's fucking crazy.
I saw Xbox 2 put up another T-shirt. I would have loved to have bought, but they immediately sold out. They only have smalls left.
Other than what I showed you.
Yeah, it was like
really?
it looked just like it was the case, the Xbox 360 case of Halo 3.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. That wasn't for Game Fuel though, just in general.
Yeah, dude, and it's only like extra small left.
Dang.
Halo 3 Heritage T. They make cool shit, man, but Jesus, like, can you make more than the eBay resellers can buy?
Yeah,
Fuck.
that'd be nice.
I can buy the Halo rug. That's still available.
What was it? Oh, the Halo rug.
Yeah, you have that, don't you?
Yeah, I got it for free.
From
I saw down
Zucker.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. So Game Fuel bought a bunch of that.
Yeah, we'll see by next time we record. If we find any 12 packs and maybe do your video by then, we can report what we think. Anything you forgot about from the week before that you want to talk about?
Nope.
Me either. And I don't have any corrections, questions, or feedback unless you do.
No, is that episode up yet? No pressure.
No, I need to get it up. Which will be funny because I was just going to upload by the time you see this one. But yeah, I'm going to get it up.
I was gonna listen back, listen to the audio.
Oh, okay.
But, you're talking the king of not uploading shit, so
No, I do
pressure.
want to get it on time. We were just doing so much with TORG and other shit this week. But if you want to send any questions, or feedback, you can send it to currentbackloggers@gmail.com. And then you want to get into the news guy?
Yeah, did you link me to that?
Yeah.
Did you send it on Facebook? I couldn't find it.
I think it sends you an email when you get invited to it. Yeah, so
Yahoo knows me so well. The first fucking thing they bring up is Xi Jinping talking shit about America.
Yeah, it shows
Behind
your
public assurances, Xi Jinping spreads grim views on U.S. Let's see.
shows you're a part of it. So you should have an email, or maybe just be able to go to the docs and see it there.
Let me see. Oh, yep, I found it. Sorry, I got so much fucking spam in my damn. You need access. It says I can leave you a message. I'm gonna say, hey. You can edit this part out. Show me to read through my emails here.
Oh, there it goes. I don't know if that worked or not. Yeah, it's already been added.
Let me refresh this. Oh, there I am.
I know I missed some this week, but I'm going to try and start updating it. Like I said, now we know what we're going to do.
Yeah, I'll try to look at these two before this. Oh shit, this first one's nutty.
Yeah.
Fucking development of a live action film of The Legend of Zelda to start. What a weirdly phrased. To whom it may concern, this is from Nintendo's website. To whom it may concern, development of a live action film of The Legend of Zelda to start. Fucking someone. Is that written backwards?
I think it's because it's coming from Nintendo Japan. So I don't know if they're translating it over or what's happening.
The film will be produced by Shigeru Miyamoto and representative director and fellow of Nintendo, Avi Arad, chairman of Arad Productions. Is that the dude that? This is so fucked up, but he was also a Jewish guy that did the Power Rangers.
Oh God, I don't know.
No, that was his name was in the fucking if I said his name, it would be the name of the company. Yeah, that's crazy. My mind immediately goes back to, speaking of Game Fuel, the 2007 IGN hoax.
Oh yeah.
That got me good. I think it got a lot of people, but I definitely, and I think they announced it was fake, and I continued the lie for way longer than I should have.
Yeah, no, did you say the craziest part about this? I don't know. It's okay if you didn't, that Sony is producing it.
The film will be co-financed by Nintendo and Sony Pictures Entertainment.
Yeah.
Which is more than 50% financed by Nintendo. And then the distribution of the film will be done worldwide by Sony Pictures Entertainment.
Yeah, I saw this as soon as it was announced, and I was like, it wasn't from Nintendo though. I was like, there's no fucking. Well, for one, we've seen this so many times now after the, like you said, the IGN thing, that we've seen this so many different times that it already seemed fake. But then when I saw Sony was doing it, I was like, that is so fucking fake. And I clicked on something else. I found it from Nintendo. Now that is fucking insane. Out of all the companies it could have worked with and how much they've been rivals, that they would go together. I mean, on one hand, it makes sense because Sony probably can handle that better than most companies. I know it's not literally PlayStation, but they have experience, especially with like all the PlayStation products they've been doing now. But that's still just insane to think about them doing a movie together out of all the companies Nintendo could have worked with.
And then it also includes this dude I had mentioned. He's the producer behind all the Spider-Man movies. He was CEO and founder of Marvel Studios and Marvel Entertainment. And he's done like all this, you could just imagine the pre-Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel movies, and then all of the Sony Marvel what the fuck? Marvel Sony movies.
Which most people hate, but I know me and you're not completely in that camp. I don't think some are great. I don't think some are as good, but there's definitely some good ones in there.
Yeah, so I wonder if they're bringing him on because he can like kickstart a massive universe of films.
Yeah, I'm sure this movie's going to be forever away, but it'll be interesting to see what they do, especially because it's live action, so who they're going to cast and all that. I know you can't do a podcast alone today. I was going to say we should at least cast Zelda, Link, and Ganondorf, but maybe we should do that next episode and give you some time to think.
Yeah.
We don't do the whole cast because I feel like those are the main characters everybody knows anyways.
I'm already trying to think.
But
all right.
Yeah, I think that was it for
The
that one.
next article here from Game Informer, throwback. Nintendo reveals Super Mario Bros. Wonder is the fastest selling game in the series. Oh man, Nintendo Switch has surpassed 132 million units sold. First party release Super Mario Bros. Wonder is the fastest selling Super Mario series. It's achieved this record after selling more than 4.3 million units in 2 weeks. That is bonkers because of course you've heard things about this game, but nothing you would expect 4.3 million to be sold.
No, I'm completely with you. That's why I put this in here. I haven't even played it yet. I do think it looks really fun, but I haven't even played it yet. But I would not have guessed it would be in the top 5 of Mario games this quick. I mean, I know it's not like overall, but even as like first week sales or whatever, I wouldn't have guessed that.
It kind of makes sense though, because they even mentioned in the article, Nintendo attributes part of the game's sales success to the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which hit theaters in April and quickly achieved the best opening of all time for an animated film. So coming hot off that, those fucking crackhead kids are like all over that shit.
Yeah, that combined with, I'm sure, I don't know if there's any Mario game that released that would have had that many systems in the wild at that point. Is there? I can't think of anything. Like at the point of the release the first week that would have had over 100 million systems sold.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Because Dave was saying he can't believe it beat out Odyssey. Because I haven't played it, but Odyssey seems like the better game. And like you said, there hasn't been a ton of talk about Wonder, like relative. And people were crazy about Odyssey. But I was like, you got to also think at the time period, there's so many less Switches that Odyssey had no chance to compete against that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I put that in there, because I'm with you. It's fucking bonkers.
Next article, Rockstar from Game Informer as well. Rockstar set to release first trailer for GTA 6 next month. Rockstar Games will release the first trailer for its highly anticipated sequel 2013, Grand Theft Auto 5. Some people were like doing these weird comparison things, like taking photos of themselves in 2013 and then showing pictures of themselves now to show like the time difference between the two. As a weird thought, because you think about it on the PS2, you had GTA 3 all the way to San Andreas.
Yeah.
On one system. I get this, it's a whole different scope now, a whole different way of building these things. I am slightly worried. I don't give a shit about the female protagonist. That doesn't bother me. But I am worried about when they release the collection of games. You did see where they had like that self-censorship where they edit out certain things of the games that they had deemed like, I don't know, un-PC or racist or whatever. It's like, do you know what game you're making?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm not a Grand Theft Auto fan, but I know that.
Bro, you're making like the edgelord of fucking video games. And first of all, you let this AI run amok.
Yeah. So that's probably the bigger deal.
You know how easy that game was going to be to sell? And they somehow fucked it all up with that shit and removed it. And then I'm seeing all of these idiots. Like I've seen a dude post on Twitter, kind of went viral. people are concerned about how realistic, with all the mass shootings in the United States, like if you can go inside the buildings in GTA 6, that you could like mimic mass shootings, and we don't need that. And then someone left a comment. He was like, "Dude, that remember the dude that went hard after had a hard on for GTA and was trying to get it removed and shit,
Oh
like
yeah.
censorship. Like, dude, many ways. First of all, the pendulum swung,
Oh yeah.
and the fact that people are like what I don't understand how you make a GTA without having that.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious. Of course I want to play the game, but I'm more curious and more worried about how they'll fucking handle all the social justice warrior bullshit. Hopefully they see how shit turned out for the collection and realize like, hey, yeah, dude, these dudes are like smoking meth and shooting up people with guns. I don't think we should be concerned that this one character had a Confederate flag. And we're all, oh, have you played any of them? You're like murdering prostitutes and mass shooting the fucking whole neighborhood up, and I'm gonna be concerned about a Confederate flag.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy in multiple ways because I feel like not only have they been those games, but I feel like they try and amplify it with each game, and also I feel it's kind of like the Dave Chappelle syndrome where people are mad about the wrong thing, like they're mad thinking like that one bit that blew up about the blind white supremacist because they said how racist it was, not realizing that the biggest joke was making fun of racist white people, and they just went way over their head just because he was doing the Ku Klux Klan thing and was made or said the N word, even though they're allowed to say it, so it was already confusing. I feel like it feels like that GTA is clearly a satire and mocking the craziness to begin with. So I feel like you're going after the total wrong thing to begin with.
Well, it also makes you happy knowing that fucking South Park still exists out there.
Yeah.
I still need to dive into these like Marvel, Disney episodes. They look hilarious.
Yeah, I haven't seen those ones yet. That's like the only South Park thing I haven't seen pretty much.
I will say the collection of GTA was handled by a different company, so fingers crossed. Maybe 2K had their shit in it, but man, I really hope Rockstar does not mince their fucking game for Twitter people.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, how the PC stuff maybe was a different team's decision. But as far as quality and messing up that like fucking layup of a collection, that's just 10 times more wild for the reason you said how long these games are in production and Rockstar doesn't really do anything else. The fact that they couldn't have a small team in-house do that and they trusted somebody else when they fucking granted that was all they do now. I know they do Red Dead, but it's been quite a while now for that too.
Next article.
I was gonna
the
say
Game Awards. What? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was gonna say it's up to you if you want to get into the Game Awards. I put that on there because it's all the nominees. So I don't know if you want to go into that or save for another week or just gloss over it.
We could save it for next week then.
Okay. Yeah, because it doesn't happen I think till December 7th, so we'll have some time to talk about the nominees still.
Cool.
So I think that's it for news. You want to get into media pickups?
Sure. I first one. Most always are from TORG. I picked up TORG Man Adventures, which is the convention's NES game. Thought it was pretty cool. They even have it's like a parody, Nintendo parody thing. I don't really know. I was just really impressed with the packaging, the fact they made a game for a damn convention.
That's fair. I consider getting it. I don't even have an NES anymore.
Yeah. So if you need one, I got an extra one.
Okay.
Sell you. And then the 360. Let me see. There's two price tags on here. What if the old price tag was cheaper? Oh, it wasn't. Okay, it went down in price. Divinity 2, the Dragon Knight Saga. I saw the Atlas name, and I know Divinity Original Sin was pretty big a few years ago. And I think there's 2 of these games, 2 Divinity 2s for the 360 that I want to check out. Pick that up for $17. Star Wars The Force Unleashed. I had the second one, and I need the first one. These are great games if you haven't played them. They're a bit repetitive, but I always enjoyed them. I was talking to David about it. Like, these were Army of Two and Force Unleashed. We played a lot at sleepovers, running around being fucking losers instead of dating girls and shit. We just play airsoft, and then at night we would just play Star Wars: The Force Unleashed. And then I didn't know this collection existed until I was at another booth, and they wanted a little too much for it. But then I went to a booth after that. One of the guys I like there, I always buy games off him at the conventions. Super nice dude. But it's cubed, which comes with 3 games: Luminous Live, Res HD, and every extend, every extreme E4. Whatever the fuck that is. But these are kind of rhythm like mini games. I don't know. Res HD is a great game, and I know people love Luminous. It's Luminous, right? Luminous?
Yeah, Luminous.
Luminous. Jesus. Then the last Resident Evil I was missing on the Xbox was Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. I just sold my PS3 copy, and I was like, let me buy the Xbox. I want all of the games for achievements. Pick that up. That was $8.
The older Resident Evils you were playing, there's not like ports of those to play to get achievements or something, is there? You're just playing old?
Yeah.
You are getting achievements?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were just playing like ports or not ports, the old versions of them.
No, yeah, you can, there's ports of the old versions, and then there's minus Resident Evil 2 and 3 do not have official ports, but they don't have ports of the games, but they have remakes that I played.
Yeah, because that's how I know I like achievements too much. You're talking about how you've been playing older games more, and you're playing all these Resident Evils. I was like, man, I like achievements too much because I was like, that'd be fun to play some of these. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to get achievements, which isn't healthy. And I try not to think that way, but I know it's definitely in my brain.
Oh, I feel you. I'm the same way. But yeah, Resident Evil Origins, you can play the first Resident Evil 0. Yeah, all of those are playable. You get achievements. But yeah, and then the last Army of Two I needed, which I think this is the last one, Army of Two, the Devil's Cartel. Phantasy Star Universe. I had one friend that played the shit out of this in high school. I don't know if it's because it's the only game he had for his 360 or what. He had a few games, but he seemed to really like this. And it was cheap. It was only $7. Then one of the last things I grabbed there, we were running around searching for Control Ultimate Edition. I was telling you I was wanting. And he wanted 20. I got him down to 15, which is really good for a sealed copy.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do that. I think that's cheaper than digital copy. So I grabbed that. I did not expect to find this there. This was kind of this is the first game I bought. I was running around the convention, and I was trying to quickly look over everything and see if there's anything super crazy I saw. And this is Rambo, the video game. The case is it's a bit of a mess. It's pretty beat up. Possibly some blood. Rambo makes sense. But the only way to get this game is to import it, which I think this is the UK version or EU version. It's just considered to be one of the worst video games, definitely on the 360. But I was telling you, I remember when this came out. I think it was on the PC first. I can't remember exactly, but it looks fucking so bad that it's good.
Yeah, I didn't know
Go ahead. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I didn't know till I was listening to a podcast I told you like a lot called Interactive Distractions. I knew about that Rambo game. I heard it was really bad, but I didn't know they're the same people that made the Terminator Resistance FPS, like a I think last year released that people really liked, and then the new RoboCop game, the new RoboCop FPS that just came out. They made.
I don't think people liked that Terminator though, did they? That was a bad one, wasn't it?
I mean, liked it relative. I think it was like in the 6 or 7s.
Yeah, I heard it was so bad they I had actually went out and bought a copy of it because they removed it from US stores.
Huh. Maybe it's just people
I
I've heard about in particular that liked it.
I like quickly went out and grabbed it. I grabbed the last copy at Best Buy on Morse Road.
Because I know they said they were shocked because the Rambo game, like you said, is absolutely terrible. But they said, I've heard other people say that Terminator was a lot of fun, and people are really high on the RoboCop game.
Terminator Resistance. Yeah, this was the one that was so bad it got removed off shelves. And I like went to Best Buy, and the only one in like Central Ohio was Morse Road.
It's an FPS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
2019. Are you? So they made RoboCop as well.
That's what they said. I didn't fact check it, but that's what they were saying.
That's cool, man. I really want to play that RoboCop. That looks fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
me too. I mean, I'm not mad, but I was just bummed because I was going to get it, but then I saw it was full price, and nothing wrong with it being full price, but I thought it would be like a $20 or $30 game, so I was like, oh man, I can't do that right now.
Yeah, I definitely thought as well. It's something I could see being cheaper. I know there's a physical version, so I'm hoping that that would come down in price. It doesn't look like it's the same company.
No.
No, I don't think, unless it's like people moved over and shit. Developer Teon, publisher Nacon.
Sounds like
Let me
another
see if this
language you're
developer's
speaking.
made. Okay, so that's where I was getting fucked up at. The developer or the publisher of Rambo and Terminator are the same. The publisher for Rogue City is different, but the developer is the same for all three.
Okay.
Let me make sure. Yes, it's the same developer. So this sounds like it was Reef's problem, not Teon, which is they're a Polish company. That's funny. I did not know those Rambo and Terminator Resistance because those two games are. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm more than certain Terminator Resistance was removed because of how fucking awful it was.
Yeah,
And it had one production. Like what was sent to the stores on launch day was all that was ever released in the U.S.
Hmm.
And now it's worth money. So if you see it out there, it's let's see what it's currently sitting at. Xbox. I know the Xbox version's the rarest one.
Maybe
They
it's
really don't make.
maybe it's this Terminator Resistance Enhanced
So
because
they probably made it better.
yeah, because it said that I mean it still wasn't great, but about what I thought. It says Metacritic is 62, so like good to really good maybe.
So yeah, it's still a $60 game used. Let me see what Metacritic has the initial one at. Like I said, I need to like fucking Google this and look at it and see. Okay, so 47.
Okay. Yeah, it's weird that they made that big of a jump. So must have done something with it.
So I don't think it was like a remove from the shelves, but it was we're not printing this game again.
That makes sense.
Should have worded it better. But yeah, I found the last copy there at Best Buy. And then another game I've been looking for a long time. Like I said, I had a lot of friends that were obsessed with this. It was X-Men Origins Wolverine. This is the Uncaged edition. I kept skipping out on this game and, just watch the prices climb up on it. So I was like, I better just fucking get it because I know I'll like it. It's an M-rated superhero game.
Yeah,
So
and they take advantage of it. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. Because you said you like it as well.
Yeah, I told you. I think I didn't finish it. I think it's because I rented it and I almost finished it and then I had to take it back or something. But I know I didn't stop playing because I didn't like it. I was having a ton of fun. It was really cool, but I never finished it.
Well, even I posted that fucking Instagram video of our finds at TORG. And one of the specific kids I was thinking of like left a comment. He's like, "Oh, that game's so amazing."
Oh, really?
Like, bro, that's wild because I was fucking thinking of you when I bought it. Yeah, he was. It was like his religion for a minute. And then a big one off the list for me. Fortunately, the price has really dropped on this, maybe $10-$20. Was the Fear Files. I thought I was done with Fear, but I still need Fear 3. And
Oh,
fortunately,
yeah.
that's the cheapest one.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end of the game pickups for Torg. I did pick something else up though too, but I felt like you were about to say something about Fear.
Oh, I was going to say, I feel like the Fear games, I feel like kind of do the Mass Effect thing where I feel like objectively they get better. Like the Mass Effect games, I think the mechanics, the shooting, everything, graphics obviously all gets better, but they get away from the RPG-ness that the first one had. I feel like Fear, the shooting mechanics, obviously the graphics, all that gets better, but the horror just fucking dives as the series goes on and becomes like an action game, which are all fun, but I loved how cool the horror vibe of the first one was, so that makes sense.
For sure. No, 100%. I think a lot of games did that in the 7th generation.
Yeah.
A lot of games, like even Japanese developers and shit, people talked about like Japanese companies trying to make Western games, and everything either became like a variation of Halo, Call of Duty, or Gears of War.
Yeah.
And especially that time period, I feel like, yeah, you're right. Lost a lot of magic.
Now everybody's doing that, those battle royales.
That's right.
It all goes in waves.
My other pickup, I actually filmed a YouTube video around it today. Hopefully it turns out pretty good, but I picked up 6 movie theater seats. Hell yeah, dude. So, this lady said she runs a flea market, and this dude was storing hundreds of movie theater seats. And he one day checked himself into rehab and disappeared. And she could never find him. And she like even reached out, and his mom's like, "Yeah, take this down. He's never coming back for those."
I bet it's because he collected things like movie theater seats.
So this woman's like trying to part them out. She gave me a good. They were like $7 a piece. They were all piled up in there, and I probably could have been raped if I was. There was raped or robbed or anything. Because I go into this flea market, and she's like, "Oh, we got to come down to the basement," and all the lights were off. Hold on, Renee might be coming down. I might have to leave here in a second, but I'll leave you on this story. I'll leave you on the story. And it was just like a graveyard for movie theater seats, all piled up. And she's like, "You got to piece them together, but you can have them." So I'm like, all of them, of course, are different pieces and stuff. And fortunately, there was a dude that had spent 2 hours there yesterday and spent another 2 hours there today and brought a bunch of power tools and had figured out how these worked. So when I got in there, it was like I had a hacker on the inside because he's like, "Okay, you need this, this, and this." And this really fucking nice dude let me use his power tools, and he helped me piece together 6 of them. And her son, the owner's son, and one of the guys working for her helped carry him out to my car. So I have 6 of them now, like a big baller. I'll put them back together. Probably put them on a platform. Maybe take one of the couches or something out of the basement.
Mhm.
Yeah, these things are pretty fucking cool. They were theater seats that were bought by a church, and they're modified for a church. So they don't have cup holders and shit, but I think I could like make something for them.
I'm sure he could.
A little like winter project or something.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I said this in the video. That was the most I went to a movie theater was that time period for those chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Now you go there and it's a huge upgrade. I prefer it for sure. But it's like you're sitting in someone's fucking couch.
Yeah.
And working at the theater, we know what the fuck goes on in those things. And it's like, man, how dirty are these? But so I do miss that old style seating. So it's kind of cool to get them back.
Did you film this dungeon and all that, or just?
I tried to. It's on a GoPro, so
Okay.
Which does okay with dark lighting. So we'll see. We'll see how it turned out.
I gotcha.
But yeah, I gotta go to dinner.
Okay.
But this was great. I'll let you finish the show out.
All right. Sounds good.
If you want, I can tell you real quick what I've been playing
Yeah, go for it.
and watching. I've been watching just X-Files and the Boogie 2998 documentary. I strongly recommend you watch that guy. I might have said that last time I was on here.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was
think
great.
so.
Then I finished RE4, that's done, and Revelations. You were talking about games getting worse as time went on. I think our Revelations has been the worst Resident Evil for me, but it's not a bad game. It's an okay game. The writer of it was a writer of anime, and it was very much a Japanese. Like they were taking a Japanese writer and being like, "All right, make a Western game."
Yeah.
It's fucking so odd. Like there's these two guys. It's basically there's three groups that you bounce around in the story, and two of them they play fucking hip hop beats for all their cutscenes. It's so weird. It's a weird game, man. And then the final mission, they're like blasting like communist like like opera music.
Uh-huh.
It really a lot of it didn't feel like a Resident Evil game.
It doesn't sound like it.
And the last mission, it finally kicked over, and it felt like, okay, this is RE, this is Resident Evil. But there's many points where basically the T virus mixes with the ocean. You're on a boat. This is not spoilers.
Yeah.
And a lot of the monsters are themed around sea creatures. So you're like, oh, this would be kind of cool. But the designs weren't quite there. I didn't quite understand it. This one boss kept reappearing and made no sense. And they did this whole like Lost feel to it, where it's like previously on Resident Evil Revelations, and it's like, dude, I just played it. Why are you?
Yeah.
What you're showing, I just did. I don't know if this was supposed to be released like episodic or what, but I mean, it is kind of nice because it does give you a refresher and gives you specific storyline things because it can be fucking forgettable. What the hell happened in the game? It lost a lot of the survival horror feel. It was more of an action game. There wasn't a time where I felt scared in the game.
Mm-hmm.
The weapon upgrade system was cool. They give you these little cards that put in your guns to make them more powerful. I thought that was cool. But there's no inventory management. There's no combining shit to make health. It was very... I don't know. I don't know what their directive was on this. But tonight I'm getting into Resident Evil 5 with Andrew. It's a co-op game.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll bust through some 5, and then I'll do Revelations 2, and then 6. And then at some point I want to do Operation Raccoon City, which all the RE fans, like Andrew and the dude I bought it from, and people online and stuff, had said like this is probably an acquired taste. So I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It does make me kind of sad because I feel like I am done playing all the good REs until the Biohazard and the newer ones.
Mm-hmm.
But we shall see. But anyways, I'll see you guys later.
I'll see you, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
Resident Evil.
All right, what an exit from him, huh?
Previously on Resident Evil.
Okay, we'll continue.
Oh, hey, sorry. I definitely definitely joining back because Clyde, the robot here on Discord, will kick you out. So I'll stay in the call for you and just mute myself, but that way it doesn't fuck up your recording for you.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
See ya. This is very distracting with all right, that's a little better. You guys might know I'm not a pro at this. Let's try and go full screen. And Cody down here. It's a little distracting. But I was at media pickups. The only media pickup I had was from TORG as well. It was the Super NES Classic, like the little mini one that's preloaded with games. I have the NES, but I never got the Super Nintendo Classic, and got it for It was. Oh, actually, I remember because it's my hockey number, 86, which is a lot cheaper than I was going for. I should have got it when it was on sale, but I don't think I had a lot of money at the time. So that's what I got. And then I actually didn't get any other media pickups. Plenty of stuff I wanted, but paying attention to how much money I spent. I also got a shirt from the convention, and as much as I liked the convention, as much I think it improved, one thing they did terribly was merchandise. They had so many cool things, but then didn't have it throughout like the whole day. And when they got stuff in, it was very few sizes, and then they would tell you to be there in a couple hours. It would be there the next day because it was a multi-day event. And then the second day, they said they can do ship to house, but then it's $10 more. So definitely overpaid for it, but it's a really cool shirt that I can show. Don't know if I have a next episode, but when I get it. And then for what I've been playing, I finished High on Knife, the High on Life DLC. I know I talked about it last week. I feel mostly the same. I think it's very high quality, and they do humor incredibly well, which as much as I love games, I think humor is the hardest thing to get, and that's something the main game did amazingly. I think this does as well. I still do feel weird with the whole Justin Roiland thing and the way they handle that character, and I think that character was great, and I feel like you lose something, but it's hard to completely be against it because everything else is so high in quality. I will say, I don't know if this is a fair negative because it's DLC, and it might have been because I was enjoying myself so much and it felt like the game, which a lot of DLC feels tacked on, and you can tell the difference between them. This just felt like more of the game, which I think is a positive. I don't think that's a bad thing. But I was bummed when I finished it. I couldn't believe it was over. I felt like I had just started it, and that's come from somebody that likes to explore and take their time and not rush through things. So I was a little bummed on that. Finally finished Uncharted Lost Legacy, the DLC for Uncharted. That was the only Uncharted thing I haven't finished. Well, that's not completely true. I'm still playing Golden Abyss on the Vita, which I don't think I've talked about in here. Part of my issue with my Vita is the battery is so bad now that it lasts like 30 minutes to an hour, so it's a little hard to get through that game. I would have had it finished by now because I usually play it or take it on trips and stuff, but by the time I go to do it, it pretty much dies on me. So I need to look in to see if there's a way to get battery replacement or maybe just have it plugged in. I don't even know. Can't remember if it lets you play and have it plugged in at the same time or if it's still just going to die. And then played more Halo Infinite as always. Finished the season that is ending tomorrow, I believe. Well, I believe it ends tonight. New one's tomorrow, so perfect timing. And then I finally tried Texas Chainsaw Massacre with our friend Dave that we've talked about in here a couple times. I was having fun with it. We only played as the family, which is the killers. We didn't play as the victims, which is obviously the innocents. So I can't completely give a fair assessment, and we only played a few matches, and I feel like it's one of those games that we had fun. I feel like it could be really fun, but it seems like the mechanics are a little too deep, or deeper than it should be at least. But I want to play more and see what I think, and I feel like they had some kind of like campaign-ish thing in there, which Friday the 13th and those kind of games don't have, so I want to check that out, and maybe that'll help understand it. As far as what I've been watching, we have been going through the Chappelle's show. I gotta be honest, I didn't know until I was looking up the show for information about it that it was called Chappelle's Show with an S. I definitely just always call it Chappelle's Show. I watched it all the time when I was younger, but I don't really remember much of it, so we've been going through it. I think we're almost done with the first season. It's definitely real dated, and I feel like if you didn't watch at the time, I think most of the jokes wouldn't land because it's I think a lot of it's very time-sensitive heavy. But since I do know this stuff and I watched it as well, it's still very funny to me. Watched another episode of Welcome to Wrexham, and I talked the last time about how I don't know if the show's not as good as the first season or if I'm just distracted. I will say this episode I was paying a lot more attention. I like this episode a lot more, but it also could just be a good episode. So we'll see as I continue on. We finally started another weekly show, which we used to talk about on here all the time. Cody's not doing it, but it's Gen V, which is a spinoff of The Boys. We're only 1 or 2 episodes in. We're going to do 2 episodes each week. And it was really enjoyable. I'll wait till we get farther into it to really say how I feel or critique it. I will say I don't think it's as good as The Boys, but we're 2 episodes in, and it's enjoyable. So, and it's fun to have people over. Oh, I guess we did also play the new Jackbox 10, because we were doing a game night of the show. And then watched sports as always throughout the week. As far as reading / listening, I finished book that I talked about last week, Mass Effect Revelation. And then I also finished Nation of Victims, another Vivek Ramaswamy book. I was hoping Cody would be on here for this part, actually, to talk to him, because I know he said that I was the first person he heard about Ramaswamy from, and he was liking him a lot. I feel like this is something I've been noticing for a little bit now, but I've been not intentionally doing it, but I feel like kind of been in denial because I like him a lot and I want him to be not somebody that he's not. I feel like he is this. I feel like he's suffering from the same thing Pete Buttigieg seemed to suffer from. Somebody that is level-headed and seems like an average, normal person, but is just getting swallowed up by the machine of politics and their party, Democrat and Republican, respectively. I feel like Pete Buttigieg I liked him a lot, and he seemed very normal and reasonable and not one-sided no matter which party you're on. And then I feel like the more he was in politics, didn't seem to take very long, just became a hardcore Democrat. Still doesn't mean you're a terrible person. He still seems likable. But it's nice when it seems like somebody can stick to what they believe. And I feel like I said, I feel like I've kind of, in my head, I've noticed that with Ramaswamy the more I watch him, because I feel like he's saying things totally different than he would. I feel like it was most apparent. Another thing I watched was the most recent Republican debate, and he was talking about how the election was clearly rigged and how they won't stand for this anymore, which, whatever, if you think it's rigged, I don't care if you do, if you don't. I don't think it's what hardcore Republicans make it out to be, but I also think taking the opposite end of acting like it's no possible way that there could have been something fishy happening is a bit much, but I think kind of like being balanced. I feel like that's happened on the other side, and I feel like people just totally blank out when it's not their side and then totally come in when it is their side, if that makes sense. And listening to Nation of Victims, his book that I read or listened to, he was saying how one of the things he's most disappointed in with the Republican Party is that they just won't admit that they lost and move on, and they're hung up on the election being stolen, which it clearly wasn't. That's him saying that. So, like I said, it's not me being mad that he believes that. It's me being bummed that I feel like he can't stick to what he believes and seems to be getting swayed by a party instead of his beliefs. Not that you can't change your mind, but that seems radically different. And if there's that one thing, that'd be different, but I feel like that's happening a lot. But we'll see as time goes on. And still think, for me, it was RFK Jr. and him kind of toss up who I'd like more. I feel like with the change I've been seeing, RFK Jr. would be my top choice, but I would easily take either of them over Joe Biden or Donald Trump. I think it's going to be Donald Trump, and we'll see what happens there. I know it's a perfect way to end a video game podcast, so I think that's where we'll end it and kind of wrap it up by saying, get off here, watch the Broncos on Monday night, hopefully take down the Bills. Go Broncos, as we always say on here to end our podcast. And if you have any corrections, questions, or feedback, you can send them to currentbackloggers@gmail.com. Thank you, guys. See ya.